Nearly 180,000 people have been forced to flee their homes as Los Angeles is engulfed in flames. 5 raging wildfires are tearing through the city, and shockingly, 2 of them are still completely out of control. But here's the real question. Are these fires just another natural disaster? Or is something far more sinister lurking beneath the smoke? A local pilot has come forward with a chilling claim. He witnessed suspicious activity right where one of these fires began. Could this be more than just bad luck? Could someone be intentionally setting these fires? Whispers are spreading like wildfire, hinting at a massive cover-up involving Hollywood elites, secret rings, and evidence that someone desperately wants to destroy. What dark truths are being reduced to ash? Just how far does this conspiracy go? California is no stranger to wildfires, but this feels different. The timing is suspicious. Eyewitnesses are sharing bizarre stories. And the questions? They just keep piling up. Could these infernos be deliberate? Are they an elaborate scheme to erase evidence of crimes tied to Hollywood's darkest, most twisted secrets? Today, we're diving headfirst into the explosive allegations surrounding Hollywood's elite. But before we peel back the layers of this scandal, let's take a hard look at why people are questioning the very cause of these devastating fires. In Los Angeles County, nearly 180,000 residents were ordered to evacuate, forced to abandon their homes with nothing but what they could carry. And it doesn't stop there. Another 200,000 people are under evacuation warnings, ready to flee at a moment's notice. The situation is turning deadly. Authorities have already discovered at least 5 bodies near the Eaton fire. The causes of their deaths? Still unknown.
This is what we know this morning. 6 people have so far been confirmed dead. Officials say between 4,000 and 5,000 structures have been destroyed, including some of the city's most valuable real estate. 180,000 people remain under evacuation orders, a measure that likely saved hundreds, if not thousands, of lives.
But Los Angeles County Sheriff Robert Luna issued a chilling warning. The death toll could rise. He described the scorched areas as looking like a bomb had been dropped. What's really going on here? Now, to understand the wildfire of conspiracy theories sweeping the internet, we need to start where it all began: social media. Twitter exploded with claims that these fires were no accident. One viral post declared, "This fire was deliberate, and all the problems they're now facing were meant to hide evidence of rings in Hollywood." Then there's Allie Carter. A self-proclaimed TF-picking survivor, Allie has been calling out Hollywood for committing unspeakable crimes. Now, her loyal supporters believe these fires are yet another ruthless attempt to silence voices like hers. And it gets even darker. According to Allie, Diddy isn't just guilty of questionable behavior. She claims he's entangled in a shadowy network that includes some of the most powerful names in Hollywood. Could these wildfires be part of a sinister plan to cover up Hollywood's darkest secrets? Or is this just another conspiracy spiraling out of control? Allie Carter isn't staying silent. She claims to be a victim of Diddy and has exposed shocking details about what allegedly happens at his exclusive parties, where guests were reportedly encouraged to take part in jaw-dropping, unsettling activities. For context, Carter has been making serious waves by speaking out against what she describes as Diddy's twisted lifestyle. And she's not pulling any punches. She boldly claims that Diddy isn't just guilty of inappropriate behavior. She believes he's deeply connected to a secretive network involving some of Hollywood's most powerful and influential figures. But let's shift back to the raging LA fires. Is this just wild internet hysteria spiraling out of control? Or is there something far more sinister behind the perfectly timed chaos of these infernos? The whispers about deliberate arson are growing louder, and eyewitness accounts are only fueling the suspicion. One local pilot, flying over the origin point of one of these fires, reported seeing something deeply unsettling. His account isn't an isolated one. It matches reports from others claiming to have seen shadowy figures lurking near where the fires began. The conspiracy is catching fire. LA, fires are arson. The Hollywood Hills fires are being intentionally set. One viral post screams. And then there's the chilling video making rounds online, a clip that shows tiny figures in the distance, possibly firing something that looks like a flare. Moments later, a fireball erupts in a field before the video abruptly cuts off. Could this be concrete evidence of intentional arson? Or is it just another piece of the puzzle driving this terrifying narrative? The questions keep piling up, and the answers remain buried in smoke and ash. But why would Hollywood's elite allegedly ignite these devastating fires? Conspiracy theorists have a chilling answer. They point to recent revelations about TF-picking rings involving some of the most powerful individuals in the world. With celebrities falling under increasing scrutiny, some believe these fires are a calculated attack, a desperate move to destroy evidence before investigators can get too close. But it doesn't stop there. Some claim these fires are just one piece of a larger, sinister agenda, a satanic plot to seize more power and erase every trace of wrongdoing. One user even posted, "Corrupt Hollywood politicians are taking bribes from these cults running ST-fic rings. These fires were planned. Everything was set up so they could rob you, take your children, and scam you." Outlandish? Maybe. But others argue, there's too much smoke for there not to be fire. Literally. Critics are pointing fingers at a disturbing trend. Land scorched by wildfires often ends up in the hands of wealthy developers. Coincidence? One person passionately warned, "Wake up! Pay attention! These Hollywood celebrities involved in Satan worship and STF picking are starting these fires, buying up land, gaining more power, and hiding more children to be sold." Even more unsettling, these fires seem to follow eerily similar patterns. Could this be a strategic plan to force residents out and pave the way for aggressive gentrification? Some conspiracy theorists are convinced these fires are nothing more than a smokescreen, a tool for the elite to seize land and consolidate power under the disguise of disaster recovery. Need proof? Just look at the Maui fires. TikTok is exploding with accusations against billionaires like Oprah Winfrey. Many are pointing fingers, claiming she's part of a sinister scheme to snatch up valuable Maui land from indigenous communities. Let's rewind. 2 years ago, a massive wildfire devastated Lahaina, leaving destruction in its path. And guess who seemed to seize the moment? Oprah. Owning a jaw-dropping 1,000 acres of land on Maui and flaunting her island-hopping lifestyle, Oprah was practically the queen of the celebrity scene there. Cameras caught her comforting evacuees at a shelter, and suddenly, the world was praising her compassion. But hold up, it didn't end there. That very Sunday, Oprah pulled up to another evacuation center, with her personal CBS camera crew in tow. But things didn't go as planned. Reports say she and her crew were turned away, sparking a media firestorm. Later, Maui officials posted on Facebook, commending her for respecting their no-camera policy. Sure, some applauded her for showing up, but not everyone was convinced. The comments section? It became a war zone. Critics blasted her for turning a tragedy into her own personal spotlight. "She's acting like this is her reality show," one commenter snapped. The backlash was brutal. People weren't buying it. One furious user wrote, "She needs to stay home. Turning recovery into a media circus isn't helping anyone." Another chimed in, "Billionaires seeking attention is gross, and y'all are just fine with her buying up land and turning recovery into a show?" And then came the most shocking accusation. "This is funny. She burns down Hawaii and then goes to help out. All the contractors should build these people homes before the rich steal their land." Is this just internet outrage spiraling out of control? Or is there some dark truth behind these claims? Another fan didn't hold back, fueling the flames of speculation surrounding Oprah Winfrey's massive property empire in Maui. The big question? How did Oprah's sprawling estates seemingly escape the destruction of the island's raging wildfires? Over the years, Oprah has quietly amassed thousands of acres of prime Maui real estate. She's more than just a part-time resident. She's practically royalty on the island. Her most notable holdings include a staggering 2,000 acres of farmland on the slopes of Haleakala, a dormant volcano sitting at 4,000 feet. Add to that a private ranch and another 870 acres of agricultural land scattered across Kula, stretching from the western slopes of Haleakala all the way to Makawao and Kanayo. But here's where it gets even more suspicious. In February 2023, Oprah dropped a jaw-dropping $6.6 million on yet another slice of Maui paradise, expanding her grip in Kula and Hana. And now, with wildfires ravaging the island, people are asking, how did her properties remain untouched? Enter Nicholas Veneman, a Twitter journalist stirring the pot. Veneman boldly speculated that Oprah and her elite circle might be using these disasters to quietly advance their own agendas. His claim? They're pushing the narrative of a climate emergency to justify snatching up even more land while ordinary people lose everything. Coincidence? Or is there something more sinister behind Oprah's untouchable empire on Maui? But there's more to this story. Journalist Nicholas Veneman didn't stop at the Maui fires. He connected the dots back to 2017, claiming this pattern is no coincidence. Let's rewind. In 2017, a massive, deadly wildfire ripped through Montecito, leaving destruction in its wake, homes reduced to ashes, families devastated. Yet, somehow, as if by magic, Oprah's sprawling luxury mansion stood untouched. Not even a scratch. And guess what Oprah did next? She didn't pause for a second. She went on a real estate shopping spree, expanding her Montecito estate to a jaw-dropping 70 acres. Talk about leveling up in the face of disaster. But here's where things get really suspicious. Fans couldn't help but notice how miraculously her property survived while others were completely wiped out. I mean, seriously, could the stars have aligned any better for her? And the timing? Way too convenient. Oprah's sudden obsession with snapping up more land right after the fire had people raising eyebrows. It's almost like she saw the flames as the perfect chance to expand her empire. Coincidence? Or something far more strategic? Some are calling it exactly that, strategic maneuvering. One fan didn't hold back, claiming, it's not climate fires, they're using direct energy weapons. Then, things took an even darker turn. Another user posted a screenshot of unverified information, treating it like a smoking gun. And what did it show? A list of Hollywood's biggest power players, people with enough money to buy a small country. Is this just conspiracy-fueled paranoia, or are Hollywood's elite playing a dangerous game with land, fire, and power? We're talking about some of the biggest names in Hollywood and beyond. Bill Gates, Will Smith, Jeff Bezos, Morgan Freeman, Lady Gaga, and Julia Roberts, just to name a few. And what's the shocking connection? Their multi-million-dollar properties, just like Oprah's, somehow came out of the fires completely unscathed. Not a single scratch. This has the internet buzzing with wild theories. Could there be a secret fireproof club for the Hollywood elite? Some think so. But it doesn't stop there. A bold writer took things even further, connecting the dots between a Hawaiian senator and these A-list billionaires. Hawaii Senator Brian Schatz was caught on camera with a smirk as Maui burned. A smirk that some claim hides something far more sinister. According to conspiracy theorists, that grin wasn't just a coincidence. They believe Schatz was seeing dollar signs for his wealthy Democrat donors, Oprah, Zuckerberg, and other billionaires, just waiting to snatch up land and steal it from native Hawaiians. One post went viral, calling out the senator, I don't know about you, but that smirk on Senator Schatz's face is hard to miss. And the accusations kept piling on. The writer claimed, Maui is being looted by billionaires. The fire, don't ask who started it, will lead to one of the largest land grabs in history. Now, to be fair, Oprah did step up in some way. On August 10, 2023, she was filmed handing out supplies at the War Memorial Stadium in Maui. In the clip, she admitted that rebuilding the island would be a long and difficult road ahead. She spoke about spending time in the shelters, meeting countless survivors. One of them was a man named Julius, who shared his terrifying story of escaping the flames. Oprah even asked him, "What do you need?" But was this a heartfelt gesture, or just another well-timed PR move to cover up something much darker? Oprah recounted how Julius's legs were wrapped in bandages after his harrowing escape from the fire. "He told me he could feel his skin popping as he ran," she shared. His car's tires had melted, forcing him to abandon it and run for his life. Oprah continued, "When I asked him, 'Tell me what you need,' he looked at me and said, 'Ma'am, I need nothing. My life is now my greatest gift.'" A powerful moment. But did Oprah's efforts genuinely help the victims, or was it all just a well-timed performance? That remains a hot debate. Critics and supporters are still divided. But to many, one thing feels undeniable. Oprah and her billionaire friends seem to have walked away from this disaster with a shiny silver lining, one that glitters just as brightly as their bank accounts. And now, with the recent LA fires, online users are already asking, who stands to gain the most from all this destruction? With Hollywood drowning in scandals, it's hard to believe no A-lister is tangled up in this chaos. So, what do you think? Is this all just coincidence or something much darker? If you're ready for more jaw-dropping stories and deep dives into Hollywood's biggest scandals, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you never miss an update. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.